salamat kamay kay dami to. Nagsabay kami. Magpidyalan, nagsabay pisi. Kapit magkalaban may. Ay para ni anapod. Bangsa ni anapod si Jackie, nabono na.
For calendar year 2016 to 2017, has performed well both in the administrative and operational aspects, and in the sustainment of its best practices and initiatives worthy of emulation. The Maritime Group is proud to present you the results of the strong and motivational leadership of its Director,
Police Chief Superintendent Marcello C. Morales,
with his committed staff, and the collected efforts of the operating units in the region in curving another milestone in achieving to become competent, highly mobile and well-equipped organization capable of maintaining a peaceful and secured maritime environment in partnership with the maritime stakeholders. For the period covered, the PNP Maritime Group has filled up a total of 158 new recruits for Police Officer 1 in its regular recruitment program. Another batch of motivated and skilled men in uniform will be added to the primary unit performing maritime law enforcement functions. Also, a total of 321 newly promoted competent police officers composed of 30 commissioned officers and 291 police non-commissioned officers were promoted in rank for the said period. To further develop the skills of its personnel, the PNP Maritime Group has been conducting skills enhancement programs through quarterly swimming proficiency tests to equip its personnel the necessary skills in swimming and water survival to be tested in real-life situations during rescue operations. Using the technology available, the group has developed 4 information and communications technology in the performance of its administrative functions. These are the following: Equipment Maintenance Information System, Maritime Group social media accounts, Skype, Twitter, Viber and Facebook accounts, Communication Tracking Information System, and the 700 Alloy.
Yung 700 alloy, isa yan sa building the capacity ng mga enforcement agencies dito sa Tawi-Tawi na magkaroon ng sistema kung saan ang taong bayan ay makapag-report doon sa mga law enforcement agencies para magamit nila yung kanilang matutunan.
Ang 700 daloy ay isang pamamaraan ng pagre-report ng ating mamamayan, lalo na yung mga fisher folks, tungkol sa mga violations or paglabag sa mga batas na may kinalaman sa maritime environment.
Dito sa 700 daloy, kinostomize siya para yung mga report mo matatanggap talaga ng kinauukulan. Meaning, diretso siya sa Camp Crame or diretso siya sa PNP Maritime.
Sir, marami tayong na-receive text messages ngayong araw na ito. Pero may isang text message dito na maganda. Text message niya is, may nakita po siyang isang bangka sa may dagat ng Bonggao na naghahagis po ng dinamita.
Padala mo agad ng PIR kung ano yung kulay ng bangka at kung ilang tao. Then yung message ng informant, ipadala mo agad sa RMU Arm, then tawagan din yung RMU Arm for possible operation para mahuli yung tao na yun.
On operational accomplishments, this group has conducted aggressive law enforcement operations on all laws, rules and regulations and ordinances relative to the protection of lives, properties and the environment. In the enforcement of RA 85-50 or the Philippine Fisheries Code of 1998 as amended by RA 10-6-5-4, This group has conducted a total of 634 positive operations against all forms of illegal fishing activities in all over the Philippine Archipelago. A total of 2,698 persons were arrested as a result of these operations, with 208 cases filed in court. A total of 10,060 kilograms of assorted fish catch were also seized, and an estimated amount of 683,090 pesos on seized evidence, and a total of 1,693,219 pesos admin fine collected by LGUs. On the campaign against illegal logging and enforcing the forestry reform of the Philippines, this group has arrested 22 persons violating said code, seizing a total of 596,474.10 pesos estimated amount of evidence, and 4 cases turned over to DENR for their administrative adjudication. In the enforcement of Chainsaw Act of 2002, the group has arrested 8 persons. 3-unit chainsaw were seized with 90,000 pesos estimated amount of evidence, and 3 cases were turned over to DENR. For the protection and preservation of wildlife resources, the group has conducted 42 operations, which resulted in the arrest of 42 individuals and confiscation of assorted marine mammals and endangered species, with an estimated amount of seized evidence costing to 737,000 pesos. For the accomplishments of R10 591, also known as Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act, the group has conducted a total of 84 positive operations. 123 individuals were arrested and 56 cases were filed in court. Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, RA 9165. In the campaign against illegal drugs in support with the O-Plan Double Barrel, the group conducted 232 joint operations together with other law enforcement units that resulted in the arrest of 511 individuals. Tariff and Custom Code of the Philippines, TCCP. For the enforcement of TCCP, the group has conducted 4 operations and were able to arrest 3 individuals and confiscation of more or less 176 sacks of imported rice marked as triple, containing 25 kilos each, 90 cartons of smuggled cigarettes, 37 drums of alleged smuggled gasoline from Sabah, Malaysia, 28 drums of gasoline, more or less 50 sacks of wheat flour, and more or less 80 boxes cooking oil, with an estimated value of 1,311,680 pesos. Seized evidence were properly turned over to the Bureau of Customs. Expanded Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2012, RA 10364. This group also conducted 15 police operations, which resulted in the rescue of 142 victims of human trafficking. Arrest of 6 individuals, with 5 cases were referred to the Department of Social Welfare and Development for violation of RA 10364. Arrest of wanted persons with standing warrant of arrests. As to the intensified campaign against wanted persons, 147 operations were conducted by this group and were able to arrest 192 individuals having charged in violation of revised penal code and other special laws. The group supports the Blue Heart Project, which geared towards protection, conservation and promotion of the sustainable development of marine and coastal resources, by doing simple acts such as coastal and river cleanup activities, mangrove/tree planting, underwater cleanup by scuba divers that are regularly conducted to protect, conserve and rehabilitate affected coastal areas from indiscriminate disposal of garbage and wanton cutting of mangrove trees. On December 8, 2008, the Supreme Court rendered a decision in GR Nos. 171947-48 ordering petitioners to clean up, rehabilitate and preserve Manila Bay in their different capacities. MG is one of the 13 government agencies being tasked. This group dedicated 3 units to undertake proactive and aggressive law enforcement campaign in the Manila Bay area. Strategic points for seaborne operations are NCR River, Paranaque, Las Piñas and Chapoti Rivers, Maragonan and Talisay River. The Maritime Group, in coordination with other concerned national government agencies, local government units and other non-governmental organizations, shall adopt a marine protected area. This project aims to intensify the campaign against illegal fishing, anti-pollution campaign, and promote marine conservation in order to support the government's mission in preserving the country's natural wealth. The project partners are the PFAR, PWB, WWF, UPMSI Marine Protected Area Support Network, USADECO Fish, Smart Communication Incorporated, and Conservation International Philippines. As of this date, there are 172 adopted maritime protected area. In support to the AMPA project and having into consideration its limitations on its manpower, the Maritime Group has further delved into the organization of MPO guards to act as force multipliers in implementing the AMPA project. This program would be established through a network of volunteer force multipliers in the context of LOI 22/09 by Anahan through the barangay peace action teams, who are willing to share their time, efforts, resources and professional expertise with the MG. These volunteers will be organized and function under the three functional components of BPT, namely, law enforcement, particularly of maritime laws, environmental protection, and disaster preparedness and response. As such, they shall be called MPO guards. As of this date, a total of 1,085 MPO guards recruited and trained. The LOI stands for Dedicated Alert Lines for Ocean Biodiversity. The 700 LOI aims to enhance the capacity of the country's maritime enforcers to facilitate information flows between MG personnel and the general public for long-term strategic response against maritime environmental laws. Such information will come in the form of reports, inquiries, and complaints. The objectives of the 700 LOI are the following: to establish an official SMS hotline managed by PNP MG personnel, enhance the capacity of the personnel towards properly managing and analyzing information flows, build a constituency of at least 700 unique reporters under the system, and generate traffic of at least 700 texts per month. The project intends to complement the detection, report and response disposal responsibilities of the Maritime Group by empowering the general public to report the following top maritime violations, such as blast fishing or the use of explosive device, cyanide fishing or the use of poison of noxious substances and fishing associated with live fish trade, commercial encroachment or intrusion or operation of fishing boats beyond 3 gross tonnage within the 15-kilometer prohibited zone, wildlife violations such as poaching and harvest of corals and other forms of criminality including piracy and terrorism.
May info sa amin na yung dala niyong isda ay huli sa putok. Positive, sir! Positive, sir! Kayo ay na-arrest po namin dahil lumabag kayo sa haligang batas. Kayo ay nakarapatang manahimik at pumili ng iyong sariling abogado na magtatanggol sa inyo sa hukuman.
Maayong gabi sir, ako si PO3 Richard Dinopol sa Maritime Group. Na kuyog na mo ang mga barangay Tano Dere o mga BIPAR. Nami dala na search warrant gikan sa Regional Trial Court.
Sir, no doubt, trumpet shell po ito, positive, endangered po ito.
Well, we're happy na nire-report na ng PNP Maritime na meron ng mga apprehensions, meron ng mga kasong na-file because of those reporting.
Para makatulong sa economic and food security ng ating bansa.
Ito'y daloy ay mahagip natin hindi lang ng tawi-tawi hanggang umabot kami sa Apari. We will try our best to educate our people. Ito ang magiging pamana natin sa saling lahi. Ito ang ating maipapamana sa ating mga anak. Sa susunod na generation, 10 to 20 years from now, they will still enjoy the bounty of the sea.
700 Deloy was enhanced into a better and wider system dubbed as Deloy 3, 4, 5, 6, which is capable of accepting messages from other telecommunication companies unlike before, which is only limited to smart users. A new syntax was also developed to become more users-friendly. We have a share of other successes manifested through international awards given to the Maritime Group and significant accomplishments, which include apprehension of foreign nationals engaged in illegal fishing and poaching in Philippine sea waters. On May 10, 2016, the Maritime Group was selected as one of the 5 finalists out of 75 applicants from Asia on Impact Demonstration Project that showcased how data can be harnessed for social good. Likewise, the Maritime Group was adjudged as Best PNP National Operations Support Unit for 2 consecutive years from 2013 and 2014. PNP MG also received the unit award as Best Environmental Enforcement from United Nations Environment Program given in Bangkok, Thailand last May 20, 2015 for its contribution in maritime law enforcement operations for the seizure of endangered aquatic species, arrest of 3,000 violators and accumulation of fines worth $300,000. Also, on May 20, 2015, individual UNEP award as Best Environmental Enforcers were awarded to Police Senior Superintendent Jonathan Villablay, the NDDO of MG for Administration and Police Chief Superintendent Osmundo D. Salibo, Commander, 2nd SOUMG for Operation. Moreover, for the unit award, it was received by Police Chief Superintendent Noel Lazarus C. Vargas, former Director of Maritime Group.